What's up, everybody? It's OMG Cranberries #1 here again, and today I'll be looking at the Strike gundam+iwsp, which is the Integrated Weapon Striker Pack. Now, this is one of my older master grades I've had for a little while, but I just haven't done a review for. Now, take a look at him. Put his arm down, get him out of his salute. Let's see, we'll start with articulation, and head will rotate full 360. We'll look up that far. We'll look down that far. See if I can't get it though. There we go. So you can go side to side like that. And is on a double ball joint, so you can do that. Now, arm will rotate full 360. Rotates just below the shoulder. You can get it up about that far. Full 180. Almost. 179 maybe. Arms will come out like so, and rotate inside the shoulder. Shoulder armor will come up, which is, I guess, just a gimmick more than articulation. Hand is 3 connected, 1 trigger finger, 1 thumb on ball joint. No peg for weapons, so that's a little gripe of mine. Weapons are loose, but if you get them in there just right, you can hold them pretty decent. Back skirt is 1 piece, and it will come up about yay far before it starts splitting and falls off. Side skirt armor will only move about that much, but will rotate almost all the way around. Let me see, let me check this. Oh, the front skirts are 2 individual pieces and will come up about that far. And when you do that, you can get him to kick that far forwards, pretty much a heel kick. Due to the skirt armor, you can only get him about that far, but if you move it out of the way, you can get a pretty good split out of him. Waist, without knocking off the back skirt armor, will go that far to either side. It is on a ball joint, so you get some pretty good mobility out of it. Push it back down, because it does like to kind of slide up a little bit. Out of the leg, you will get almost a full 180. And you'll see some of the armor begins to split here for more mobility. Knee joint is on a joint, so it will rotate, it will swivel independently. Ankle, like that. And like that. So, not a big fan of the whole moving up part, but ankle armor will do this. Now, for my ankle armor, I always had a problem with it falling apart right here, so I just took some super glue and glued them together. No big deal. I could probably do with some sanding, because if you can tell, it doesn't look all that clean. So yeah, I'll probably end up sanding that later. Now, this kit does come with a couple, with your average Strike Gundam drive transfers and water slide decals, but the only ones I went ahead and put on this kit, on the kit itself, was Omni on this shoulder, the Gadex 105 on that shoulder and on the leg, and I can't read that right there, so this is, I don't know, it's too hard to read and I don't want to waste my time. So, oh, and one more thing. Wrist is on a ball joint, so it will rotate full 360 and wiggle. Sorry about that. And we'll take a look at some of the accessories, starting off with the Armor Schneider, which is the folding knife that you can put inside the skirt armor right here, which opens up like so. You just push down right there and it pops out. Now, one thing I didn't like about the weapons, mainly just the swords, is they all come molded in the same white as he did. and that looks silly. So I took a silver Sharpie and just went over them and gave them a little more metallic look, and I think they turned out nice. I'll let you look at the big sword here. I forgot its name, but bear with me. Yeah, you see it's starting to fade a little bit right there, but I'll go back over that later. But I think it looks pretty nice. Gives it a little sheen in the light and makes it look realistic. Now, this sword does fold like that, and the handle can come out. Whoop! Took that little thing off the end of it. I don't know what it's supposed to be for. I guess it's just another gimmick. I'm not sure. Tell me, someone. Okay, we'll look at another one of the weapons, which is the standard beam rifle. All molded in gray with a clear piece for the scope. Movable handle. And you get a choice of your standard shield for the Seed series, or you can get the Gatling shield, which I'm a big fan of. Again, I took the silver Sharpie and put it on the beam boomerang. Now, the thing with this is it was always falling off, and I lost the actual beam effect part for this, so I just kind of took a little dab of super glue and just hooked it in there so it wouldn't come out ever again, unless I really wanted it out. And if I find the beam boomerang, I'm actually going to use it on him, so here's hoping. But you have the handle that he grabs onto that folds up like so. You have rotating peg right here, so you can put it in either arm. You can even fold it like that if you want to. If you want to just lay it down somewhere. And get a look at the Gatling part. I really do like this shield though, it looks crazy. And that peg you can see right there, actually you take that, if you want to use this shield, you just take that off of there and plug it into that hole right there, and then you can take off this handle that he grabs onto, which is a pain in the ass. And it's not coming out. Come on. There you go. I got it out. And all you do is you peg it into place like so, and then you put it in, and he has no problem holding his shield. Another thing we'll look at real quick before we get to the backpack is the short swords, or whatever swords these are called. Also came molded in that nasty white, which I took the Sharpie to, and give them that nice little sheen. So now they look pretty decent. And with these you can actually pull off some really nice dynamic poses. I like these swords, they look pretty crazy. Anyway, we will now look at the IWSP pack, which actually has a fair bit of articulation to it. You have the moving cannons that sit just above the shoulders. Let me adjust my camera here so I can see a little better. Sorry about that. And the wings can go all the way down like so, and all the way up. And because of this engine piece right here, these will not go up farther unless you lift it up like so. These are on a ball joint, so you can move those around a little bit. See, we got some articulation in these things, in the exhaust anyway, my bad. And in these extra, I guess, jets, I think, or cooling vents, I don't know. I really like this IWSP pack. It looks crazy. It looks Gundam Seed-ish, definitely. Now I don't know if the IWSP was in regular Seed, Destiny, or what, but you know what? I never watched it because halfway through the Seed series they took it off television, and I haven't seen it since. But I'm going to be buying the DVDs and getting them like that, so I'll watch it later. And to connect this, all you do is plug it into the back right there, into that hole, and now he becomes incredibly back heavy. Just one little touch and off he goes. But if you've got him on a good stable foundation, you can pull off a couple poses, not many. But now that you have this on, he can't look all the way around anymore. He can only go about that far. Arms will no longer go full 360, obviously. But to counterbalance the weight issue, they do include an action base, which isn't bad. You can see it's a little dusty. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while, but now one thing that kills me about this though is you have the option to leave it like so, or you can pull it up and do that. Which, when you have this guy on here and you have it out like that, it's not going to stay very well. I'm just going to let you know, it will fall over like that 9 times out of 10. So do yourself a favor, leave it in the upright position and just put him in a crazy pose. But you can see now, he has no weight issues whatsoever. Well guys, this is my review of the Strike IWSP Gundam. Hit like if you did, dislike if you didn't. As always, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Doo-doo.